Hello and welcome back. This is Gamer 2.0. Today we're going to be continuing on with The Legend of Dragoon. So last time we left off, made it through all the way to the end of Disc 3. We're now in Disc 4. Disc 3 actually didn't really have like a final boss fight, so kind of ended a little bit unceremoniously, but we did have kind of like a big reveal kind of thing. So it wasn't like a terrible way to end the third disc. But now we're in the desert. We've scored a whole bunch of items from falling into specific sinkholes. And now we're actually looking to get to the city of the Winglies, Ulara. So once we get to Ulara, I actually do want to head back to a place from Disc 3, the Velweb, because the Velweb does have a piece of Stardust that I want to get, because I need to get all 50 in order to get like the difficult boss encounter that we can only get from having all 50 Stardust. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw down a save right here. And a lot of the items that I've been finding have not been super great. For example, I found a healing potion. Not a healing fog, a healing potion. The one that only recovers 50% hit points, versus the healing fog, which recovers 100% of the character's hit points. And these sandworms do a lot of damage, because even against Maru, when she has like the special armor that massively increases defense, she was still taking 200 damage from that guy.
Take that, Rex Hammer!
He also does have like quite a few hit points. Alright. This stunned. Might not matter though.
Yes! Gush! 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 Moon strike!
1100 damage for a completed moon strike. That might be enough to one-shot the worms. I did give Dart some bandit shoes as well, just to boost up his speed a little bit. Into the final pass. Alright, so am I not able to get back from here? Or do I need to go through like some story sequencing to make it to where I can actually travel back to previous locations? Alright, the full sandworm fight here.
Yes! Gush! 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 Moon strike!
Too early. Alright, so that's gonna half all the damage that we do to him.
Yes! Gush!
Alright, so Dart, Hashel, and Maru are the only three characters that I don't actually have the final edition for, and the only way we actually unlock the final edition is specifically by completing all the other editions up to max level, and then we unlock the final edition. Even if an adventurer is lucky enough to make it through the Death Frontier, nobody can proceed from here. Time was stopped for me 11,000 years ago with a spell of this choker. And this is the only way to see Ulara, the Spring Breath Town. But where is it? The only thing here is an endless desert. No, it's not, Hashel. I sense it. I sense people's feelings over there. We can fly over there with this. Are you afraid? I think you are. Maybe. You're standing by you. I know. Let's go. Just trying to sneak an item past us. Another Sun Rhapsody. Alright, the only thing I remember about this place was that we do end up fighting 3 Winglies as a boss. Welcome to Ulara, the Spring Breath Town. I'm the guard of the teleporting device, Karen. I'm a good friend of Rose's. Long time no see. Long time? Rose, you're starting to regain the sense of time, aren't you? No, not only that, you have recovered a lot of other things too. Are you the person who stopped time for Rose? No, it was Charlene, or Charlie? Charlie? Charlie Frama. She is the person we have to meet now. Rose has been carrying the fate of the world all alone while shedding tears of blood. Can you go with Rose? Karen, stop it. I don't need to force them. I have already settled things with the Black Monster. The only thing left is that I have to complete this journey with my companions. If you understand that, I have nothing to say. Alright, well I guess I can't use this teleporter yet. Alright, so I know Ulara has 3 pieces of Stardust, so Rose's barrels in the top of the weapon shop and mouth of the strange plants. So, and I still need to go back to the Bellwether and try to grab the 1 piece of Stardust from there. We only provide relaxation time during the night. Come back after dusk. Okay. So, yeah, as I've been kind of, like, talking about previously, if this game ever did get, like, something like a remake or anything like that, I'd like to see the characters have the ability to, or for Dart specifically, to have different romance options between the different ladies at the party. Miata, where's Charlie? You're wondering because she would normally be taking care of these babies, right? Charlie's preparing herself because, well, the things we didn't tell you about, right? Zeeg told you about them, so It must be about the moon signet. Tell me what you know. The signet is the signet sphere. The signet sphere is a sealing device that was created to be the last barrier just in case the Moonchild reached the moon that never sets. Even my mistake was in your plan. You really are scary people. Even more scary is Zeeg. He is trying to destroy the Signet Sphere, using the Divine Moon objects. Wait a minute. You made the Signet Sphere just because you were afraid of the birth of the God of Destruction? And why did you make tools that can destroy the Signet? Ask Charlie. It was decided between the siblings. I will. In the mouth of this, Stardust, that's 1. So I need to go find the roses. So I'm assuming that this is the... To the left, to the top left there was probably the correct path, so we're gonna try this. Try this way instead. Roses. I think Shauna would be happy to see them. It makes me relieved. I didn't know you liked flowers, Miranda. I guess there is some woman in you. Don't misread me. Roses make me puke. They're just flashy. They don't have any kindness in them. You know why roses have thorns? It is to bring out their own red using the blood of the people they hurt. They'll do anything for their own happiness. Let's move on. I don't need to be here. And the other Stardust. And then to make humans who are worn out by the war regain their dreams and hope. That is the Stardust plan. So I should have... Yeah, this looks like it's it. There's the Stardust, okay. See what you got. Any weapons. Fairy Sword, Arrow Force, Thunder Fist, Magical Greaves. Well, it's not really a increase for anybody, but the Thunder Fist is. And the Arrow Force is. He has 50 more SP. Raises magical attacking power. Raises magical defensive power. That's actually really good. Druid Cloak, Spirit Cloak, Sage's Cloak. So yeah, let's buy Magic Ring, because that can actually kind of help with the effects of the specialty armor. That makes it so that we don't take very much damage from regular attacks. So sell that, sell that. Blade will keep. Using arrow, sell that. We'll sell the Master's Vest because we do have the Energy Girdle. Oh, we do have another Armor of Legend. Oh, so Guru doesn't have the Armor of Legend. I think we're actually. Knuckles and sell. I'm gonna keep the Iron Eaglies though. We're gonna go ahead and buy a Magical Ring. Alright. So I should be up to, what, 48 out of the 50? Gullweb has one, and then another town called Rogue has another. I'm gonna go ahead and save, and we can go ahead and update the Stardust count here. So I know that we can go back to Bellweb at some point because Shirley says that we need to come back after we speak with Diaz. So we can't do anything before we speak to him, but we can do stuff after we speak to him. And as we saw, the Disc 3 ends after we speak to him. So. Oh, Rosie, darling, I've been waiting for you. I don't need your greetings. You know what I want to ask you. Oh, you are scary. But before that, can you introduce me to the son of your Ziggy? This is Dart. Doesn't he look just like our Ziggy? Oh, Rosie, honey, it's complicated. You have to fight with the son of someone who used to be your significant other. And furthermore, the enemy is the significant other. Do you want me to give you a knuckle sandwich? Sorry, honey. But I'm really concerned. So I'm intentionally making it happy and delightful so that you won't be depressed, Rosie, sweetheart. You have never changed. So is that Charlie or Charl? Charl, I guess? If you know, please tell us. Where should we head to? Really? You have the same eyes as Ziggy. I know. I've been waiting for you in order to tell you everything. Now, what would you like me to tell you? The Signet Sphere. About the Signet Sphere. Ziggy is trying to break the signet of the moon that never sets with the magic power of the divine moon objects. The signet is the Signet Sphere. I am sorry I didn't tell you about this. I have to apologize. I missed the Moonchild Shauna. But you still have time. The signet of the moon that never sets is not broken yet. Where are the remaining signets? In the past, they were placed in 5 cities, but there are only 3 left. That is why they need the same number of divine moon objects. What happened to the other 2? One was destroyed in the royal capital Cadessa during the Dragon campaign. The other was lost when the Divine Dragon assaulted the Crystal Palace. Does that mean without the Divine Moon Objects, the Signet Sphere can't be destroyed? The Divine Moon Objects are just tools that conceal vast amounts of magic power. That's all. So in order to destroy those Signet Sphere, having the same amount of magic power as the Divine Moon Objects is sufficient. My dad knew about this and made Lloyd collect them. Doesn't seem like him. It's so indirect. Plus, something is strange. I wonder how Ziggy knows about the Signet Sphere. Not only that, he knew that Shauna is the Moonchild. About the moon that never sets. The 108th fruit that the Divine Tree dropped, it was conceived with the God of Destruction that ends the world. That's why we separated it into its soul and flesh and sealed them away. My baby brother, Melibu, sealed the soul, which was the source of magic power in the Crystal Sphere, and when he fought with Ziggy, it was broken. Then the soul escaped from the Crystal Sphere and started to transmigrate into a human body. Since then, it has been called the Moonchild. What is left in the sky is the moon that never sets. When the Moonchild goes back to the moon that never sets, the Virage embryo, the God of Destruction, will be born. So we needed our Rosie to take on an important task. So can it only go into humans? Because like it's the Moonchild is like constantly like being reborn as humans. Does that mean that it can't be Giganto? It can't be Winglies? It can't be the other little guys that it showed? It can't be in dragons. It can only be in humans, which is kind of interesting as to why it would choose humans and not Winglies, which are specifically tied to the Virage as well. So it's kind of interesting that it only chooses human hosts. Please understand her. About my father. Tell me about my father. You are concerned, aren't you? Why does he have to destroy the world? Sorry, but that is one thing I don't understand. But he was unmistakably Zieg. Ziggy was the fiancé of Rosie. They crossed both swords in love. Just looking at them made me feel embarrassed. So, like, again, this is another really good reason why if we had like multiple like love interests up, this would actually be like a very interesting type of conversation if Rose specifically chose to romance, if Dart specifically chose to romance Rose, because now it's like, well, they were set to be married before, but now he's back, and now like they have to like have this confrontation of like, what should we do? Should Rose, try to rekindle things with Zieg, even though he's not really acting like himself, or can love conquer, the current space that Zieg is in, that kind of thing. This also gives like specific context to if like Dart is in a relationship with Baru, because now if Dart is in a relationship with Baru, well, now this kind of changes how a lot of the Winglies are going to be interacting specifically with Dart, because now he is someone that is specifically involved with another of their kind, which we don't see any type of like human Wingly interactions, human Wingly marriages, even like between humans and Gigantos or anything like that. But that's a little bit more difficult because apparently Kongo is the last Giganto, so that would have to mean that Kongo would be involved with a human. So that's a little bit more difficult, but it's just kind of interesting to see like how things would kind of like turn around, how things would be told if we actually had characters that had like the freedom to like be in a relationship with other characters. And yeah, so Dart would still be constantly pursuing Shauna because now she's not only his childhood friend and is like his baby sister, but she is also the key to the possible destruction of the world. So now you have multiple different aspects, multiple different avenues as to why Dart wants to rescue Shauna. That doesn't have to be necessarily, well, he's in love with her, kind of thing. Stop right there. I want to talk alone with Zieg about our memories. I agree. Why make items to break the signet? Why did you make the Divine Moon objects that can break the signet sphere? That's right. If you were not planning to allow the Virage embryo to be born, you wouldn't need them. I don't want to, or I didn't want to, but my baby brother Melibus insisted. That is not an explanation, Charles. Oh, you're so uptight, but okay, I'll explain it to you. I told you that we sealed the soul of the Virage embryo in the crystal sphere, right? It is in order to draw lots of magical power and rule over other creatures. I wanted to make him stop being a dictator, but because even though we have different appearances or capabilities, we are the same. We should be able to live together on good terms. That's why I created the Signet Sphere, in order to weaken the magic power of the Crystal Sphere. Rose, without telling you that, the 5 signets that protect the moon that never sets restrained the magic power that flows from there. My operation was a big success, I thought. But Malibu found out about it and created the Divine Moon objects. I guess he was prepared so that he could destroy the signets anytime he wanted to. I get it. Alright, where are the rest of the signets? That's right. That is the most important information for you, isn't it? Because Ziggy has the Divine Moon objects, he can break the signets anytime. Listen carefully. The rest of the 3 signet spheres are located in the ancient cities. The names of the cities are Magical City Aglis, Lost City Xenobados, and Death City Mayfield. Mayfield, that was the one that I think has like all the spirits. So, like I think that if this was made into like a remake with multiple games, Disc 3 should be basically ending with the Death City, where you can actually fight all the different dragons to unlock their summon for their level 5. So I think that that's where it should end, because then Game 4 can be all about like the ending sequence, about how everything kind of like channels into each other, and like we actually go into the actual final sequence. Those cities are still alive? It is surprising, isn't it? Of course, they were badly damaged during the war. How do we get there? Go to Rogue. Then, your way will be opened. You said Rogue? It's my hometown. See? It is already open, isn't it? Well, it'll be night soon. Why don't you go look around until tomorrow morning? Don't worry about me. Go and walk in the Lara at night. This will be another great opportunity. Oh, Dart, sweetie pie. Everybody is outside. This would be another great opportunity to actually have like a kind of what's it called? Like a date prospect. If you decided to romance Rose or Maru. Again, I don't think that you should be able to romance Miranda just because she shows up so late into the game. That she also kind of has like a lot of things that aren't really like this whole sacred sister thing just kind of like throws off a lot of like the idea of like possibly like romancing her. Because she kind of has like very specific duties and things that she needs to be focused on, not necessarily the prospect of romance. Another Moon Serenade. Alright. Got 3 objects that all recover 100% magic for the entire party. Now our way is open. Shauna, I'll be there soon. Rose. You really forgive? Don't say anything. It's already in the past. Take your sword. The Death Frontier. You have become strong. You can take care of yourself. Kill me. Why? The black monster is dead now. We only have a companion who is on the same road. I miss the time when you were chased by Feybrand in the forests. Me too. And I didn't know anything back then. The world is so frail. The world is created so that it can perish at any time. The creator Soa can recreate one anytime. But the people living there can't accept it, believing it is fate or struggling against it. I struggled in order to protect this world that was taken back by friends who gave up their lives. I told you. You are no longer alone, Rose. Dart. Let's go see everybody. This is just the beginning. So yeah, definitely would be like a very, very interesting like romance option because there instead of thinking about Shauna, you can still think about rescuing her, but then it can be like Maru comes up and talks to him, or Rose comes up and talks to him, or they like share like a meaningful kiss or something like that, and it's like different aspects to the romance, to the character, that the player actually gets to allow to have a little bit more like agency. I'm assuming that this is the place that we're supposed to go because they're talking about only at night. It's not true. The reason why I hate roses is because I see my mother in roses. My mother never looked at me directly. It was as if she was hiding something from me. And she beat me up. I didn't know what was going on and why she was doing it to me, but I remember at least one thing. There were always roses on the shelf behind my mother. Why did your mother leave you? Sorry, let's not talk about me anymore. It spoils our drinks. I don't think so. It is okay to be like this, or to be this way. Life is not always about happiness. Listening to your story reminds me of my past. About your runaway daughter, right? You are so sharp that it hurts. I hate being roundabout. Oh, you guys are here? When are we leaving? Hachel has been drinking too much since he heard we are going to Rogue. That's right, I drink a little bit more. That's right, drink a little bit more, and let's leave for Rogue at once. Of course, to save the world. Give me a drink too. May I join? I wanted to talk to you, Miranda. Same here. Shall we go? During the time of the Dragon campaign, Winglies were divided into two camps. Each followed one of the leaders, Charl and Malibu, who were siblings. So Malibu Farma was the big bad of the Dragon campaign and was the dictator. Charl was the one that we just spoke with and is the older sister. An age when the world was ruled by the Winglies. In order to pay back that, we are now stuck in here. The spell of eternity indeed creates an immortal body, but it also corrodes the heart. Actually, I guess I could head back to the big teleporter in the front and see where that leads me, because I couldn't use it before. Maybe I can use it now. Okay, here's Maru. Hey Dart, I was telling Karen about my forest. It's totally fun. That's right. Karen and the others have been in this city forever. Exactly. So I'm telling her about the latest fashions outside. It seems you heard about everything from Charl. Where are the other people? I don't know. I think they were around here. But Dart, you should meet the other friends. Otherwise, you cannot go forward, can you? When you meet everybody, come again. I'll open the next way. Alright, so not this way. But this is where Maru is. So I need to find Kongol and Albert. Maybe they're this way. Because I didn't see them back in the other path, so. There are two magic elements needed, or two magic elements sealed in Rose's choker. One is to open the signet of the city, the other is immortality. Standing in the darkness of the night, you feel almost like you've lost your sense of existence. Have you had that kind of experience? So the other thing is that we do know that Winglies are, for more or less, immortal. Time-wise. So like they don't age, they don't die from aging. But because they don't die from aging, I think that's why we see so few Winglies, because if there's no fear of death, there's no fear of like time like eroding the body and causing you to die, and the only way for you to die is if something specifically kills you. There is no real need to like try to repopulate or have children or anything like that. So I think that's kind of like interesting because as humans we see like life is very, very short. So we have 65, 75 years typically to live a life, and then after that point, typically most humans die. So because of that, we like try to have children in like the earlier stages of our life, so that way they can pass on, because we know that at a certain point we can no longer have children, and then like life just kind of ends for us after that. So the Winglies are kind of a little bit of a different situation, kind of like elves, I guess, in fantasy settings, where elves don't have like an explosive population because they don't like have the short lifespan that humans do. So they can really kind of have children at their leisure whenever they pretty much want them. So that's why there's not like a huge explosive of like, despite the fact that elves live like 1,000 years or more, they don't really have the same issue as humans, where humans live less than 100 years. So you see humans like kind of explode civilizations and like have like large populations because they have such short lifespans. So they need to replace themselves much, much quicker than elves do, which you don't want to have too many elves, because if you have too many elves, you have too many mouths to feed, too many resources being eaten up. And same thing with the Winglies. So the Winglies, they don't really need to have children quickly. They can actually have children over a very long period of time, which is why I think like having a relationship between like Maru and Dart would actually be kind of interesting, because again, Dart has a very, very short finite life cycle. So him wanting to have a relationship with Maru would basically be her just like seeing her potential love end up fading away over time, so she would probably want to have children with them much faster. And we would also see kind of like the effects of like having like possible half human, half wingly hybrids, and kind of like what that would do. Would that person be like immortal? Would they have magical powers? Would they have the wings? Would they not? That kind of stuff. And like all this stuff kind of like becomes very, very interesting to think about, especially with like the possibility of like if Gigantos could be involved in that. Now you have the possible of Giganto Winglies, or humans that are slightly larger than regular humans, that kind of stuff. So there's like all these different things that could possibly go around with just like the romance aspect of the like the world itself. But we have found Elver and Congo. So we are leaving in the morning? Yes, we are. What are you doing here? We don't know what will happen in ancient city of Winglies. We need strong weapons. Congo doesn't care about leader of creatures. Congo goes with you to the end. For me too, there is no longer the mere problem of the moon gem. You cannot ignore this crisis of the world. You didn't imagine we wouldn't go with you, did you? I didn't. Hurry up if you want to buy. Humans and Gigantos, our time is limited. Yeah, I already bought anything I needed from here. I would like to see like something that kind of like explores a little bit more in depth, because like again, we don't even really know a lot about Congo's backstory. We know that he was basically like quote unquote raised by Emperor Dole when his family and his the rest of his people were kind of killed off. But I mean, at that point, we don't really know anything that happened like between him growing up with Emperor Dole and how that changed. Did he meet people? Did he have friends? Things like that. Because like we see him fighting in the war when we first meet him in Hoax, when he comes in and he's like fighting with the rest of the regiment. But did he actually have friends? Did he actually have people that he was engaging with? That kind of stuff. And so it kind of begs the question of like, what do we see when it comes to like his past and things like that? That's a lot of stuff that can be explored by like elongating out the games or providing a little bit more like additional possibilities to it. Hey buddies, Karen was telling me about the teleporting device. It's not like back home. And When are we going? We already heard lots about it from Charles, and found out where we should go. Are you coming too? Of course, without me, the strongest of all, you cannot save the world. Besides, I learned a lot following Dart. Everybody's the same, Gigantos, humans, and winglings. Again, perfect opportunity to have romantic style dialogue here where she's like, now I understand because I'm actually possibly in a relationship, and I'm now seeing the effects of love and how it affects me personally with Dart, that kind of stuff. So if you choose to go that route, so a lot of different things can possibly pop up and happen here. I can't stand the destruction of the world where everybody lives. I think for the first time, I agree with Maru. Is this the first time? Leave here tomorrow morning. By that time, I'll be prepared so that I can send you on the way that goes to the home of Gigantos from here. We can travel that far instantly? Then we might as well go directly to Rogue. Our power is becoming weaker by the day, or weaker day by day. That is our maximum power. I understand. Take a boat to Rogue. It should have been prepared in the Twin Castle a short while ago. Was there a dock at that castle? I asked King Zior and had him make one especially. I'm surprised that he listened to a wingling. There are no humans or winglings when it comes to the end of the world. You don't need to thank us now. Now it is too much to say that the mission of the city is to send you off. Yes, and this is one way this city has been looking after the world. Let's go back to Charles. She must have prepared the bedroom for us. Let's go ahead and keep it like this, because these three will need to get their additions up. Alright, well, Charles not here. Or Charles. I'm guessing that she'll probably be at the end to see us off. Yeah, it looks like it. Charles, what is this? Oh, naive boy, don't you understand? It's a send-off for great heroes. You shouldn't have. Don't be so silly. Rosie, honey, you have been doing really great. Since the soul of the Verge Embryo, the God of Destruction, was released, you have saved the world, let me see, at least 107 times. Really? After even being called a black monster? Stop it, the monster has died. Ziggy is serious, and he has everything to give birth to the God of Destruction. Only dragons can stop him. I wonder what Creator Soa is thinking, like destruction or regeneration. I wonder why it wants us to go through such a painful thing. We will change fate. Everybody must survive, okay? Now go. Zeke won't wait for us. Right. Alright, so we're back here. Excuse me. Gigantos. It was linked to here? It's been a while. Karen and Gigantos were pals for a long time. Of course, it was when there were still some Gigantos left. There were nice Wigglies like Charles. They weren't all brutal people, unlike the legend tells. We have to rewrite the book in the National Library. Yes, correct knowledge brings correct conduct. That's after this journey has ended. Let's go see King Zior. We have to head to Rogue on the Queen Fury. And now we're back here. So I believe we can use the King Fury to actually get back to the continent that has the Bellweb on it, so that we can go all the way back to the Bellweb, so I can collect the last piece of Stardust that's there, and then we can hit Rogue to collect the last piece of Stardust in the game and be done. But I do think, so, like, if we do get like some kind of like remake or something, having like these places change up and have slightly different encounters, or possibly like even like a new boss fight or something, would be kind of interesting. So like, cause here we fought the Virage, but we could have had like a fight against a creature that, cause like the place is still distorted with gravity, so we could have this fight be against the actual creature that causes all the gravity to become all wonky here. Because the Virage they thought was the reason why gravity was wonky, but turns out that Virage is gone, so gravity is still wonky here. So maybe it's another creature, or there's like the real creature, the real reason why it's like this. Too early. Should have had that. I really want to get to the, I believe it's called Moonsoul. Because Dart will literally drop kick an enemy, which is, I find hilarious. Is this the right one, or is this the wrong one? The wrong one will take me actually like back to, yeah, this area. God, going back through this place is just kind of a hassle. All right. I don't know why, but I definitely feel like this thing is a bit shorter than I kind of remember. But it's probably because it feels a little bit longer because there's so many different CGI movies.
Yes. Go. 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 Moon strike.
Because there's what, 4, 5, 6, 7? It's like 7 CGI movies just in that one disc. That's a lot of CGI movies. I don't think it's nearly as many for disc 1. This one has the opening. But other than that, I don't think it really has a lot more after that. It does have the Wingly Tail at Albert's Kingdom. And then after that, I don't think it really has any others, because they do a lot of the more like Final Fantasy VIII style graphics, with the more like a combat style of polygons rather than like actual full CGI video.
Yes. Go. 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 Moon strike.
And of course, Alright, so looking pretty good so far. We should be able to actually finish out the game possibly in a week or two. Just depending on how fast I can get through like a lot of the side content and stuff. And how long it actually takes me to do the specialty fight after we've collected all the Stardust. And we will know when the characters actually do master their specific edition, because it'll pop up as like a new spell kind of thing that will show up as like new edition such and such unlocked. And you obviously can only get that if the character is in the party actively using the edition, because it has to be mastered. Actually, now that I remember, isn't there a ring that will auto-complete additions for you? But it'll give you like half SP, or you can get a ring that will auto-complete additions that actually give you full SP, but it's like super expensive. It's like 10,000.
Yes. Go. Yes.
I'm trying to think of where that item was. Was that in the one place where the guy that was like needing to be rescued from the volcano? Like he like had fallen off the side and we needed to pull him up. I don't remember. It's like a big time when we had the World's Strongest Man competition.
Take that, Hexhammer!
See here. I do think that there's a lot of different things that could possibly be explored a little bit more deeply in the game. Just little things like certain characters' histories, certain characters' past. Because, like, we know that Maru was... Basically, she's not allowed back in her village because she left when she wasn't supposed to. But we do also know that she's still on semi-good terms with them. So we can kind of see like what her childhood was like was she always the rambunctious, high-energy kid, or did something happen to make her that way? No, this is the item shop. We want, let's see here. Oh, I can't sell a Sun Rhapsody. I guess I'll sell a Burnout too. I'll keep the other stuff because I will get into a fight with like 3 Winglies. I just remember that one has like a giant pair of scissors. Another one is like barehanded. And the last one, I think, casts spells. So having a way to basically kind of like deal like damage to all of them without having to transform is actually quite good. Yeah, so automatic addition, half damage, and SP. For 1,000. I believe, what was it, Sloan? Sloan has one that's, possibly 5,000. Let's actually check. Let's actually run back and check. Hopefully the game doesn't make me swap out discs as Sloan as like a disc 1 kind of thing. But we're actually like right here, so we can just quickly run through the mountains. Please don't give me a guy that's gonna just... Okay. Yeah, the guy that just auto-kills one ally and then runs away. So, the way that I think that we could do the addition system is, in the menu, you get, Southeast Serbia? So in the menu you get, the ability to unlock the different, yeah, this is different additions, and, when the character's up, you have to do like the timing, but instead of doing it, based on the current edition that you have equipped, it does it based on the number of successful button presses. So, for example, you have Dark. If you only get 1 successful button press, you get double slash. and if you get 2 successful button presses, you get the like it actually like so it kind of like freezes time, and you get kind of like an overlay of like, okay, so like press the button here, 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 and here. Please insert disc 2. All right, 1 second. Give me just 1 second so I can swap over the disc. All right, we're back. I just swapped out the disc here. All right. As I was kind of saying before, so like you get like the button press prompt, and if you make it to, so like each time you get a new addition, the new addition just shows up as an additional button prompt. So like you have to like complete all the way through. If you only get it to 2, then you get the double slash. If you get 0, you get a regular slash. If you get to 3, you do something like volcano, or so on and so forth. And so like you basically just have abilities and additions tied specifically to the number of correct button presses. And I think this one is items. I think the top one is the weapon shop. So let's see here. Yeah, Ultimate War Gun. So, makes additions complete successfully. Reduces damage from all attacks by half. This is actually better than the shield, than the armor that I have. Let's see here. So I can sell 1 Armor of Legend. Because I don't need 3 of them. Do I have anything that's actually like worth some money? Worth 200. No, I need 4,000. Sell that. Sell that, because I don't need to raise anyone's SP by 50% anymore, because everyone is at max level now. I'm going to keep both of those. When damaged by magic, SP is accumulated. It's actually rather useful. Okay, so the Bandit's Ring and the Dancer's Ring, those are just the gender opposites. Got enough stuff to make it to where I don't really have to worry a lot about having specific status effects. Doubles maximum MP, that is nice to have, but not super practical. Because I don't think I would really ever need someone to have double their MP. I mean, I never really use these anyway. A lot of this stuff I can just use Dragon Transformations to need 1,000 gold. Sell that. 600 gold left. So I need 4. Selling Gushing Ray. Reduces damage due to magical attacks. So this is basically the opposite of the... Wait, why would I get this if this does double that? Because it's, or not that, this. Because this does double that because it's both defense and magical defense. Because it reduces all damage by half. Alright, well maybe I wasted some money. Do I want that, or do I want the thing that... So that basically my character becomes invincible? Because this is good, basically make it so that Dart never ever dies, pretty much. Because I give him the Armor of Legend plus the Legend Cast. Yeah, I'll just have to be better at doing the additions. Alright, so right now, magic defense is at 84. With the Legend Cast, it jumps up to 127. By 127 to 211. Yeah, so with that, he is looking pretty good. Yeah. No, keep Rose with her headband. Armor of Yor, Phoenix Plume. Yeah, so he is just immune to all status effects. Alright, so Dart has, like, the best stats out of everyone right now, just because 50% evasion to magic, 50% evasion to regular damage, huge defenses. Yeah, he's just looking really good. Probably won't need to ever change out his equipment, because the main character having stuff to basically keep him from ever dying is super helpful. Giganto stuff for him. Bandit's Ring to give him some actually decent speed. What does the Dragon Helm do? Maximum. And what does the Giganto Helm do? Or the Giganto Ring do? Oh, just more damage. Alright, well, she kind of needs that. More physical stuff. So, we'll check out their status real quick. So, 127 defense and magic defense. Only 50 magical attack, but 75 weapon. So, looking pretty good, defense-wise. Rose is definitely not looking as great. Magic defense, 67. Very not good compared to where Dart's at, but Dart does have 20,000 gold worth of equipment attached to him right now. Decent. Over 100 on everything, that's good. Rose does have 100 on everything, so yeah, her physical is terrible. His magic side is terrible. We might actually want to give him something that reduces the magic damage. Yeah, magical defense power. Just so that he's not, like, incredibly damaged by getting smacked with a single magic attack. Does also have the Giganto helm, the Giganto armor. So he's all decked out with his people's stuff. Armor of Legend, the Legend Pass. If we make some more money, I might go get another Legend Pass for specifically whoever wears the other Armor of Legend. So it will take us a very long time if we do end up getting that stuff. But at this point, I mean, Dart is basically just immortal. He has no weaknesses to either magic or physicality. 50% evasion on both of those as well. So I guess actually like this particular equipment set is actually a little bit better because the Bring only reduces everything by half. Whereas this reduces everything by a lot more than half and allows us to evade damage 50% of the time. Yeah, 3 damage. Again, this guy is from the second episode.
Go! Moon strike!
So when I originally played this, like I had a lot of difficulty with the last boss. Like it is actually really, really difficult to do the last boss. But with this, hopefully makes it a little bit easier because Dart takes far reduced damage from both magical and physical attacks. Should allow him to actually kind of succeed in certain aspects. Alright, but that'll do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose. And you can also check out while I'm streaming. Normally I stream on YouTube, Twitch, KX, and Rumble. And during the week I try to stream from 7 to 10 p.m. And then on the weekends I try to stream on Saturdays from 2 to 6 p.m. During the week I do the Lies of P and Stellar Blade. And then on the weekends I try to do something that's a little bit more like a variety stream. So sometimes gaming, sometimes we'll do like a double box opening of cards, that kind of stuff. So feel free to check out my stuff then. And thank you all for watching. Have a good night.